Refugee Integration Program.
Create strategies and policies that speak to the need of the refugees.
Tutengeneza ili tutembee na communities ili tuweze kusema hii document ya kuweka kwa shelf ya kuwa it is a live document, it is working in different places.
Wale refugees wote wanaishi hapa ni centers, 90% wanaishi katika jiji la Nairobi.
Like I go to prisons, and there I was handling an reintegration of a prisoner who is from Rwanda and is a Burundian as well, and a Ugandan as well. You have taught me so much.
Utakuta kwa market sasa, how can we accommodate them?
Peaceful coexistence is looming after sensitization seminar in the familiar lucrative hotel here in Nairobi.
Kumesema kama utafikiwa tuambie wengine kwa Yanga. Hakusema mambo ovyo ovyo bwana. Speaking around utashikwa laitari. Yeye imesema.
Very important, a very important statement I make.
Refugee Integration Program are well thought and worth nurturing consistently for the good reasons as of course humanitarian grounds, lest there be promotion of peaceful coexistence as a people groomed to integrate evenly and effectively to propel growth and development to the next level.
Pale mnaendanga ukienda Uganda unapitia kwa migration office. Ukienda Namanga unakuta kwa migration office. Busia, si ndio? Kuna Busia kuna migration office, si ndio?
Wale refugees wote wanaishi hapa ni centers, 90% wanaishi katika jiji la Nairobi. Hii masomo tunasoma hapa ni ya pass on kwa wale ambao hawakuweza kukuja hapa because we represent a bigger population. Because the refugees tuko na wao hapa na watoki kwetu anytime soon.
Tukimaliza strategy ni sema hivi na hivi. Kama nimesema ni mapendekezo. Sasa so in the creation of job opportunities for refugees, haimaanishi na kwa refugees kazi. Sasa
Each day for the seminar, program session will start with prayers, a little introduction, pure lessons, the classroom setup whereby branded pens and writing pads, bottled drinking water in front of every participant, the light moments coupled with professional approach to the lessons justifying that Nairobi market leadership were indeed on the right track.
Ningependa tu kupeana structure ya umbrella body. Top organ ya umbrella body ni executive committee ambayo inaongozwa na chairman Moses Wenani, vile niko hapa. Tuko na bwana vice chairman Alex from Jericho Market chairman, ndugu yetu secretary general bwana Mudara from Kayole Market, ndugu yetu organizing secretary ambaye ni Mr. Osu kutoka Ngara Market, ndugu yetu kutoka Mudhurwa Market Mr. Kimani.
The seminar lessons were largely fun to invite the challenge with growing numbers each day of the occasion, break for snacks and appealing sips of the milky tea before somehow obvious mandatory heavy lunch and some cash allowance made everyone happier as some participants would speak openly.
It was amazing because we were able to learn more about refugees, how to understand them more and to know the hurdles they pass through so that when they arrive in country Kenya, they are able to be registered as members of refugees. I'm now able to understand a refugee when I meet one and understand how to handle them better.
This occasion is a very good occasion. We have learned about integrating the refugees in the system of Nairobi County, and we are ready to integrate them to the markets, places, so that we can provide them a working business environment and also enjoy the services that we Kenyans in the market enjoy.
Today we had the teachings of refugee and integration into our society. We have been brought to understand all the processes of how we get to have them integrated into our society. And on top of that, one of the action plans that we have taken, I personally have taken home as a leader in this market, is that we need to have them and in complete inclusivity, even in our community, and especially in business, and to highly avoid the conflict, and even to bring cohesion in between our cohabiting with them in terms of our market, which happens to be a very regular thing around our market. And it was really, really a very heavily packed occasion. We have learnt a lot, and I think we need more of this so that we can be able to know the different types of refugees, and that has been made very clear to us. Now we know how to cohabit with them. Thank you.
Having an opportunity to attend this seminar, and having attended this seminar, I've come to learn that there are so many challenges we were facing the market, which we had no clue or idea on how to go about them. Number one, I've come to know that not all foreigners are the same. We have different type of foreigners. And from today, henceforth, going back to the market, I'm going to ensure that whenever I meet anybody who's not a Kenyan, I will distinguish between the refugee, I will distinguish between illegal migrants, I'll be able to distinguish even economic migrants.
Initial tough queries.
Ni jinsi gani our members kwenye soko, si tuna wale wa chini kabisa, hii katika integration wherever community building strategy, hawa members wetu wa chini watafaidikaje?
Disappeared like oiled friction between metals. The exemplary legalized refugees, brothers from other countries as well, spared their feelings freely during the novelty event of the Refugee Integration Program here in the city county of Nairobi.
I'm already integrated. I'm from Burundi and I'm a Burundian. I am the chairman of all traders at Kenyatta Market for welfare. Ni vyema vile wako wanatufunza kuwafunza wajue hiyo wasiharibu kazi. I think that will help. Asante sana.
Na pili, wanasema tukienda kwa kuuza vitu tunaharibu.
Hapo ninatoka Burundi. Sana sana watu wengi na mtu wakisema living hapa Kenya watasikia haraka kwamba wao ni Burundi. Naweza kawa ni Kongo, naweza kawa ni Rwanda. Lakini na kitu nakuja huwa najiuliza sana. Hapa kuna wa Tanzania, kuna wa Uganda, maybe wote si refugee. Hata kuna wakwetu ambao wanaishi hapa na si refugee. Lakini ukisikia ni Burundi utajua kwamba yeye ni refugee.
Launching of the program and a little about the partnership, strategies and mitigation in the so far as internal issues with refugees are concerned. The so-called Kuleta Amani, Uhusiano and Water View were indeed summarized as follows.
The idea behind it is because that they have to be resilient in the city, and how do we rebuild their resilience by just creating. We can only do that by creating an enabling environment as a city government to be able to give them services in different areas. So we are sensitizing the communities about the strategy and how each and every department can also be aware of how they can involve the refugees within their departments. Again, this month we also rolled out sensitization to the market association within Nairobi in the 52 markets, and we have sensitized about 200 committee members, and so the network of the association through the executive committee that has also mobilized over 200 of the committee members. And in this rolling out is about just asking how then the committees or the traders can also be very accommodative and understand the role of integration in terms of the refugees.
The Juakali Times News Agency spared no stone unturned and literally asked questions that solicit plural answers during the event of interviews, for the response as follows.
We've had a very good cohesion 4 classes to be educated much more about Arigo refugee. And what I can say as the organizing secretary, I can report that we've had very informative lessons. We have learned so much. We've been educated even on the documents, and now we have lessons that we are going to partake from here. The refugees in our market, we have a way of verifying if they are Arigo or they're just here for business. We know how a Arigo refugee is documented, we know the documents, so we are going to implement even a register to have the exact numbers of the refugees that are operating in our markets. This will help us to have them in our systems, in our offices, employing them without fear and living on well with them.
I'm very happy so far with the training that is ongoing to sensitize all leaders of Nairobi markets on the need to integrate peacefully with the refugees. The ongoing training is meant to actually sensitize our leaders from across all markets in Nairobi on the need to look at refugees from a very different perspective. I have been actually participating in mobilizing the leaders, and the response has been very, very overwhelming. And the leaders who are leaving this particular training are leaving with a lot of knowledge, which has impacted very positively on them, on how they can actually go back to their different markets and sensitize the people within their markets on how they can integrate with the refugees in a very peaceful manner.
Our expectations out of this sensitization that we have done to the market traders is that the market traders are going to uptake the issue of integration, because they have beautiful stories amongst them and which can be told about Nairobi traders, and it's mostly in terms of integration. Now that they have the information, is that they are going to create an enabling environment within the markets that we have for even the refugees to have a take in terms of, or a stake in terms of trading also.
Vote of thanks. Please like, subscribe and drop in a comment in the comment section below. Thanks for listening. It's me, Nelson Ochieng, Jua Kali Times.